Alright, so you see, entering Grayson County, right there, that is Virginia. So that's the Virginia line. Coming up on something really cool, you can see it right around this corner. It says Mount Rogers National Recreation Area, Whitetop Station. This is really popular. A lot of people they bring people up here with their bicycles and drop them off from the town of Damascus, and then they ride the Creeper Trail. You see there's a sign that tells you, Whitetop Station, staging area, bike racks, Damascus, 17 miles that way. A little Christmas tree farm. You'll see whole hillsides covered up with little Christmas trees all lined up in rows like that growing. We're going to follow this guy in the Tacoma. Going real Slowma. Alright, this is basically downtown Whitetop. Found ourselves at the Railroad Market and Cafe. So I hope the cafe's open because I'm actually pretty hungry. Talk with these GS's. Maybe they won't judge me. So Whitetop, some cool stuff to ride around and look at if you got a little time. But mostly while we're here is to go to its namesake, which is Whitetop Mountain. And to do that, we got to go out this way a bit. It's going to get quite a bit cooler here, just because you're getting up really high elevation, especially for Virginia. Because we're going to go up to it's a little over 5,500 feet. There's also a fabulous road right across. This will take you to Mount Rogers National Recreational Area. This is also where the highest peak in Virginia is, which is Mount Rogers. There's the mountain going to the top of. Be a good place to tell you about this. They used to have a like a bluegrass festival here, well, folk festival. See there, it's back in 1931 to 1939. So for a couple of years they had a music festival up here on top of this mountain. Pretty cool. Eleanor Roosevelt came here once. Oops. Whitetop Mountain. So some cool stuff that I know about Whitetop Mountain is it's so high in elevation that it's less like Virginia when you get to the top and more like southern Canada as far as the vegetables vegetation and stuff. It's called Whitetop because anytime there's even any hint that it might snow anywhere, it will definitely snow here. But yeah, we're just up, that's all we're doing right now. It's not a really steep, it gets steeper toward the end, but right now it's an uphill climb the whole way. And it's noticeably cooler here than it was even down at that little diner that I stopped at. Mount Rogers is the highest point in Virginia. Whitetop Mountain is the second highest point in Virginia. The biggest difference in the two is, well, one, Whitetop has a road, which also makes it the highest road in Virginia, which is cool. But it's much clearer. Like it has, you can see there's a lot less vegetation right here. That's not because they did anything, that's just the way it is. So you get those views like that, where you can just see forever. And we'll navigate the switchbacks here. Big switchbacks, all dirt road. Like I said, there's no reason you couldn't bring a normal car here. You don't need a four-wheel drive or anything like that. Looks like it's raining over there. You can tell, just looking at the mountains over there, you can tell we're just higher than everything around us. Lots of switchbacks. So you can see the road splits here. There's a loop that goes up that way, which we're going to go up there. But there's a loop that goes up that way and then it comes back down to meet this one. You can see right out there, that point, that's really popular for photography. And the Appalachian Trail goes right through there. A lot of time in the summer, there's a giant mud puddle here. Yeah, that's called something, I can't remember what it is. But yeah, a lot of people go out there and do photography, like especially later in the day, because you get that golden hour light down there, and it's really pretty in the summer. You get all the vegetation growed up and that kind of thing. I don't know if I mentioned or not, but this is actually one of the best places in Virginia to go to if you're into doing like nighttime photography, but stars, planets, and that kind of things, because it gets you up above, gets you as much elevation as you can get in Virginia. and or that grass, that gravel is loose. Get you up as high as you can get in Virginia, and it's away from any major cities, so you cut down a lot on light pollution. So I have been up here at night before, and it is a fantastic place to come and see the night sky. You know, you actually can see the Milky Way and that kind of thing. Yeah, but anyway, right here is the very tippy toppy. So yeah, but you can see everybody sees all the different lots for all the different companies that have communication stuff up here. So yeah, there you go. That's Whitetop Mountain. How you doing? What a place. What a place. What a ride. Shouldn't have done that. He's just a little boy.